What should comedians be looking for in an agent, or any red flags?
I mean, for me, because I was a buyer first when I produced Shack All Star,
Mm-hmm.
I dealt with agents. And so my experience with the big guys that had, most of, the people that were on Shack All Star is that they wouldn't tell the truth, or they would, use one person's offer to leverage another person's offer when they're two separate people, or they would lag. They know full well that they weren't going to do it, and they wouldn't give me the courtesy of telling me that it was a pass, or just really being underhanded, or if something went wrong, being cowardly and not being able to say something went wrong to allow the buyer to have time to recover, because it's show business. So
Right.
things change all the time. And so that's the constant, is change. But when you don't have the information to recover, it puts you in a bad situation. So everything that really perturbed me about agents, I don't do. It's like I try to get, I don't, I don't avoid calls. So there's not going to be a time when somebody calls my office and I keep saying, tell them to call back, tell them to call. I'm not putting my assistant in that situation. I take the call and let's resolve it. And so I can get it off my desk, and that they're not, if it's no, it's no, So I think, making sure that the agent's not blowing smoke,
Mm.
that they're really, if they can't do something, I would prefer I'd prefer for someone to tell you the truth so you know how to recover from that, than for somebody to say, oh no, it's going to be, just, give it 2 months. You'll be living in LA. You'll be, all of that. And you're preparing for something that may not be your truth.
Mm.
So I would say, look for somebody that can tell you the good and the bad, and, isn't afraid to give you the criticism that you need to grow.
And on the management side, I guess it's only agents here at Innovative. So the manager, they're more of, like you said, the strategy, because this is a world I'm unfamiliar with. I'm unrepped and just been doing everything independently. So the manager, what are the kind of skills that they would bring to the table?
I mean, they would lay out the strategy for you and say, okay, what are the projects that you have? What are your goals? And then let's map out how you get there. And then they use the agency to put that, to make those things come true, whether that's calls or meetings. And man, there's definitely some overlap, especially in the beginning if somebody doesn't have an agent. And then in my case, I have some guys that have been in the business a long time that don't have managers. So then I end up as a hybrid, which, because I've been on the other side of the business, I can do, but it's time consuming. So in a perfect world, you have a manager that is working hand in hand with you. And, so I don't have to stop and go find the assets that I need to show that this person is amazing, but then managers can produce. So they can be partners with the client in terms of, putting, like, say, a sitcom together. Agents can't. Agents can only commission, and it's like I said, a real transactional relationship. So managers aren't supposed to book. There's like, there's rules to it, really, that a lot of people outside of LA don't adhere to, out of necessity, more so out of, just hustling, which you get. But once you get here, there's an etiquette, that it's nice if it's followed and more embraced.
And nobody knows what's embraced in comedy more than you, with your experience and the people you've been around. You work with the 1% of comedy. So being around these exclusively high performing, high achieving people, what are some of the common traits you're seeing with these people? Hot breath.